Hi, I'm Mark Williams, Tillman's Marketing Director. I'd like to talk today a little bit about how to select a Mig Welding Glove. There's really three key components to consider when selecting a good Mig Welding Glove. First and foremost, it's the grade of leather, and there's lots of options. Secondly, the level of insulation and dexterity. And third, the extra added features. Let's talk about the grades of leather. Before we talk about that, though, I just want to mention that Tillman was the first to differentiate between a TIG glove and a MIG glove. Many times in the past, those two categories, those two types of welding, were put together, basically telling people that one glove will work for either activity. We don't think that's true. The MIG welding activity is definitely subject to a lot higher heats, and as a result you need a glove that has more insulation and thicker leather. So let's talk about the leather. We really use four different types of hides when we are in our particular MIG glove offering. Top grain cowhide, as you'll see here in our model 34. This is extremely heavy duty, tends to be quite a bit thicker than what we'd use in a lot of other gloves, and ends up being extremely durable. Top grain pigskin, which you'll see in several models in our line, and has really become probably the favorite, or one of the most favorite and popular leathers, mostly because of its all-around durability. Great in wet and oily conditions. It doesn't get hard once the glove gets damp or wet that next day. It's got large hair follicles that are in the actual hide, so it has natural breathability, and a pretty doggone tough hide. Deerskin. Our 35 uses a reverse grain deerskin, which basically means the smooth surface of the hide is actually on the inside of the glove, the rougher surface on the outside of the glove, a little bit better for gripping and handling. This particular hide is excellent in terms of all-day comfort. You'll find deerskin tends to mold very nicely to your hand and really gives you great protection and really great overall comfort. And last, on our economy models, we use a cowhide split leather. And again, really designed for entry level or those that are really price conscious. Good durability, but not the dexterity and the nice feel that you get on some of the other top grain leather products. Now that you know a little bit about the leather options, let's talk about insulation and dexterity. We think these are two really important features on a glove, so we've tried to incorporate them on a number of our models in really different ranges. First, we do cotton foam lining on the back of the glove only, and I'll use our 42 as a good example of that. If you slide your hand in, you'll feel a nice extra layer of protection on the back of the hand. Again, when you're welding, you're getting that heat on the back of the glove, but you still need an unlined palm for dexterity when using the trigger on a MIG gun. So a little extra protection. A lot of people, though, really want a glove that's unlined. They really want to maximize protection. They want to minimize bulk. So on our Model 32 product, we have a top grain pigskin that's completely unlined. And again, this gives you great breathability. The leather's a little bit thicker, so you're still getting some type of heat protection, and clearly more heat protection than you'd get on a thinner leather TIG glove. A couple of questions to answer that will really help you make your final decision on what particular glove and style you're looking for. First of all, how much heat is generated from your MIG welding application? We know that with a range of welding wires out there, there's definitely much higher heats generated. So in those particular applications, you want to use products that have that cotton foam lining on the back, and some of the thicker leathers like we showed in the 34 with the heavyweight top grain cowhide. Your lower heats in MIG welding, you're able to get away with an unlined product, the 1300 from the economy side, or 1350 which is our top grade cowhide, really one of our best-selling gloves in the Mig line, and also the 1300 or 32, all inline products. Secondly, you want to ask yourself how much you're willing to pay. I know money is a big deal for many of us, so we really give you some options. We have 4 categories that we try to give you rough ranges, if you will, of prices. And we've included this on a matrix as part of the Tillman University in this particular section. Super premium, $17 list price and above. Our premium would be in the $12 to $15 range. Our standard would be in the $11 to $12 range, and our economy would be in the $5 to $7 range. So it gives you, a pretty broad selection of products at lots of different price points. All are going to do a pretty decent job in general. Now that you have an idea of how much you're willing to pay and what some of the price ranges are, you also want to consider whether the features are out there that you might want to consider. Things that we incorporate, like a thumb strap reinforcement, we feature on our Model 35, our Model 42, as well as our Model 34. This gives you extra protection in this high wear area, right around where you're holding the welding gun. In addition, we've incorporated some extra special features in the Model 32K. We actually put a Kevlar lining in the palm of the glove. What this does is gives you an extra level of actual cut resistancy, and we recommend this product strongly for sheet metal work, especially where you have sharp edges, where you may be doing some welding and also handling this type of metal, where you have the chance that you could get poked and cut by sharp edges. So that's another feature, and is actually really in our super premium priced range product. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what to look for in terms of a Mig glove. Tillman has lots of selection there, and I think price points and features to fit virtually every need.